Hello, I am going to be showing you how I define my curls and a bunch of ways to use our brushes. So stay tuned, there's going to be a lot of information. Grab a cup of tea and come back. So I've sectioned my hair ready to start defining my curls. Now, I use in each section a little bit of Curl's Best Friend, but we do have the other leave-in conditioner if you prefer a spray. So I just add that in, and then I also add in our styler, which this one is just a curl gel. It's a light hold gel. I prefer a light hold gel because I like to have a little bit more volume, so I don't want to weigh my hair down too much, and because I have fine hair, the medium and the strong hold gel and the Control Freak work great for me, but that's just my preferred gel. So you have 3 to 4 to choose from, whatever works best for you. So I'm going to start with our regular wet brush. Now, this is currently what we have in our frizz off kit, and also we sell separately. So I like to just grab big pieces, because what I do at the end is I actually unravel them and I give myself more volume. Go right up and in, and then pull the tension and flick the end, and that's going to leave you with ringlets. And I just shake it out and scrunch it. I work on really wet hair as well, so you can hear a little bit of a squelch, and then that is one done. Now, another way that you can use this wet brush is by, again, pulling the tension and then twirling all the way to the end. Keep going, twisting it up right until there's that tension there, and then keep going, and then I let it unravel very gently, scrunch, and then we have an even more defined curl over this one. Another way to use this particular brush is you can just literally brush it out in small sections, or in bigger sections really, and then just shake it and scrunch. So depending on what kind of curl you want, this side is going to give you more of a voluminous, easy curl. This one, what we first did, is going to give you probably a little bit of volume, but not as much. And the one that we did over here, that's the more defined curl. So 3 different ways to use this particular brush. Now I'm going to show you basically very similar with the Detangler, but this has way more bristles, so it's actually going to give you probably more of a thinner curl. So very similar to what we did before, we can just go up and under, pull the tension, let it go, shake it out and scrunch. You're actually going to get more curls this way. So less clumps with the Detangler. So pull tension and twist it around. You might actually have to hold onto your hair, because this one's probably not as easy to work as this one. Keep twisting. You might have some pieces fall out, and then let it go. And this one probably has more separated curl than what the wet brush does. And then of course you can do exactly the same thing on this side and just brush it all out, bounce it and scrunch. So they're the 2 that I use for my entire head, except for maybe the front parts. So I'm going to go to the front parts and I will show you what I do with the mini brush. So I've just quickly done the rest of my hair. I used the wet brush and I did the very first technique, which was just tension, letting go, dropping, and yeah. So we're there, and we're at the point where we were at the front of our hair. This is where I use a mini brush, but you can use the regular wet brush as well. I just find that I can have a little bit more control with the mini brush. So I start to take smaller sections, because obviously the front of your face, you want to look the most perfect, because that's where everyone's looking and where you can see yourself in the mirror. I like to see better curls. At the back, not so worried. So I take my sections And just like the 3 ways that I showed you before, you can pull the tension and let it curl under, drop, shake, and scrunch. Or this is my favorite with the mini brush because I really want those defined curls around the edges. You can do the twirling. Twist, twist, twist. Let it go, scrunch. And if you need to add in more water, that's what this is for. I find that my hair dries really quickly, so I like to keep it very hydrated in this time. And then the third one, you just brush it out, shake, and scrunch. But I don't like to do that with the front parts of my hair, so I'm actually going to twirl the whole lot. The results are in. As you can see, around here is not as defined because I did just the brushing technique and scrunching. Around the front, however, you will get a lot of these little ringlets. So what I like to do is pull them apart because I don't want a huge ringlet here looking at me. So just gently pull them apart from the root. And I'm going to do that to the rest of any ringlets here, and then I'm going to come back and show you. I always do a little bit of fluffing. As I always say, I love volume. So for me, frizz is not such a huge deal, but if you don't want any frizz, then I would suggest not fluffing up too much. So you can see there's so many little ringlets just popping up all over the place. And if you have got a gel cast, you can just scrunch it out nicely, or you can use our scrunch out the crunch oil, add a little bit in your hand. Like I only use half a pump, one or half a pump, and I just scrunch. And this also helps with frizz as well, kind of just seals the ends. And that is how to use our 3 brushes to create more of a defined curl and eliminate as much frizz as you can. I hope that it's been really helpful. We love to see your results, so don't forget to tag us at bosscurl.co and use the hashtag bosscurlmethod. We can't wait to see them.